Okay, we are starting with Nay on the sub-heroines. However, I'm actually recording this after doing Kanons because there are a couple of conversations with Kanon that unlock more for Nay. So I just recorded that in that order, but I'm showing the heroines in the order that they unlocked. So about Delta's bath. By the way, the bath in your house is lovely. I figured, but it sounds like you really are using it. Obviously, I'm living there instead of you. Why are you getting so serious? Well, no use complaining now. You should know when to throw it in the towel. Should I give you a pat on the head? I'll pass, but you really like the bath, huh? It's super small. You can't even stretch out your whole body. Yeah, I can't straighten out my legs either. I don't really feel refreshed because of it, and I can't help but sigh. What's so great about it then? Let's see. I guess I could say it's miserable. Huh? Hey, don't make that face. I really do like it. While I'm sitting there holding my knees, I think about all kinds of things. First, all I could think about was how small the bath was, wondering why I was using something so small. But then I started to think about the past and the problems I have now. It's thought-provoking. I know that feeling too. It's interesting. For some reason, sitting in that tiny bath makes me think about a lot. I would think about why the bath was so small while the shop was so big, and sometimes felt like crying. You should try to think about some pleasant things too. Anyway, that's why I was serious when I said I like the bath. It's not refreshing, but it has a unique charm to it. Hey, I don't know if I should be happy about that or not. Kanon the Legendary Delinquent. Hey, you've gone to a place called Yume no Tama, right? Oh, that name brings back a lot of memories. Yes, I've been there. That's where I met Eon for the first time. Huh? I didn't know. Why do you ask? Well, this is hard to ask, but I heard a story about Kanon and the Kanon destroyed the Cielnotron in a place called Yume no Tama. Is that true? Oh, right. Something similar did happen. Eon experienced a lot of trouble because of it. People wanted her to take responsibility. Wait, why Eon? I hadn't heard of that either. Well, why are you asking? It's not that interesting. Just curious. I can't imagine Kanon destroying the Cielnotron in the city. Cass wasn't there, so she doesn't know the details either. I see. You wanted to ask me since I was actually there? Alright, I'll tell you, but it's pretty shocking, so brace yourself. At the time, Kanon was a pretty famous Imperial princess, but she was also famous in the underground as a legendary rebel. Legendary rebel? Kanon? Yep, she really hated the Cielnotron and couldn't forgive anyone for having them. She'd grab them, take their Cielnotron, and smash it right in front of them. She beat the crap out of anyone who complained. She had an awful temper. Wait a second, there's something weird about that. According to Cass, Kanon destroyed the Cielnotron using song magic. Kanon threatened the people of Yume no Tama to say that. Back then, Kanon was an uncontrollable miscreant, and the only person who could say anything was Eon. That's why they got mad at Eon when she couldn't stop Kanon. And that's the truth of it. Are you serious? I was there. I saw it myself. She would say, "My fists are my song," as she went from house to house destroying every Cielnotron. I can still remember the faces, crying as they begged her to stop. I didn't want to know about this. He's actually buying it. Everyone has something they did in the past, but don't mention it to Kanon, okay? It's a mark on her past she'd rather forget about. Oh, joke's on you, Nay. We already recorded that, but playing it in this order will actually make more sense down the line, so let's not make a time paradox here. So I want to make up. So I finally managed to make amends with Eon and Earthez. Alright, you were enemies with Eon, weren't you? Yeah, though I wouldn't go so far to say we were enemies. I mean, maybe if she had been an ally of only the Sharl, but she cared about humans too. I just saw her more of an interference due to flawed ideals, so I didn't feel hatred or anything. I see. Well, it's good that you finally made up, especially for you, since you've known Eon the longest. So I hear, although I don't remember. What about you? Did you get along with Eon? Were you on bad terms? A lot happened. It's hard to explain, but I know that Eon isn't a bad person. That's right. I might be a little late, but I understand now. Although, she's still naive and does annoying things sometimes. I know what you mean, but she's a good person, right? Yeah, there's no mistaking that. Somewhere, Eon is sneezing. Alright, about Nay's popularity. Your popularity is pretty amazing. Now you notice? No, I already knew you were popular. Those people go trash-talking the Divine Empress, yet the moment they know she's you, they change hearts. You know, wouldn't it be better if you just ruled as Nay rather than Divine Empress? Well, I thought about it, but I think it'd be impossible. It would be fine if it were just a small organization, but really humanity needs some more seriousness. Is that really the issue? It's especially an issue in politics. Delta, what would you think if I acted like this working and settling disputes around Phalion? I mean, in a situation surrounded by my peers. Oh, I understand that immediately. You wouldn't fit in at all. It sounds strangely insulting coming from you. Just a punch in the arm, but whatever. I'll let it go this time. You finally seem to understand, at least. Thanks for that. My benevolent demeanor is just another reason why I'm popular. Now, if you could only cook, you'd be perfect. You say something? Nothing at all. Man, you're so popular. I hope you let me bask in your reflected glory. Password here, too. Give me an elephant moai for this. Huh? Have you finally lost your mind? I guess anyone might say that. To be honest, one of the shops I go to is a secret menu. You have to say the passphrase I just used to order from it. Oh, so that's what it was. It's not like you have something like that at your shop, do you? I do. Wait, you do? That's right. Creating a secret menu is one of those fun things about running a shop. Are you serious? So what's the password? I can sense an aura of anger, sorrow, and sensuality overflowing from you today, Nay. What's that face? It's good that it's hard to remember, but it's also super embarrassing to say, isn't it? This is a special menu even among my regulars. Only the bravest can say that phrase without flinching. That stuff on there is so special that people are willing to say that. It's amazing ice cream to cool the body after getting warm from saying something embarrassing. I pour some of my special blend syrup on top of the fancy ice cream. It's really good. You should order it next time you're interested. I don't care how fancy it is. I don't want to embarrass myself over ice cream. And this is why you could never actually order it. Believe me, I tried. Threat of the delivery shop. It's unusual to see you sigh. Something troubling you? I've got a rival now. A rival? Yeah. It's pretty dangerous outside now, so someone started a food delivery service to people's homes. It's called DoorDash. No. Let's not go there. Deliveries have always been around. It's not like it's a new threat to business. I'm telling you, this is different from other food delivery services. A chef arrives at your house with ingredients to prepare your food right in front of you. What? I didn't know anyone was doing anything like that. At first, I didn't think it'd go that far, but they've gotten really popular. This is a huge threat to the restaurant industry. They knew a lot of people were too afraid of the Charlotte to leave their homes, so they came up with this, huh? It's really clever. This keeps up. There's no mistake they could create a monopoly, right? That's why you need to do something about the Charlotte quickly, please. At this rate, the whole restaurant industry in Philly will go out of business. I understand how you feel, but I don't have the will to fight for the sake of the restaurant industry. Especially yours, Nay. So, it's not me. By the way, do you know a ridiculous drink called Pokey Sweat? Yeah, I know, but what about it? If you know about Pokey Sweat, you should know about its awful flavor, right? Yeah, I threw up the instant I drank it. You didn't drink it and have something terrible happen to you, too. You too, did you? Did you? No, I didn't. Well, actually, maybe I did. The other day, this weird old man didn't recognize comes into the shop and tells me this. I know what you make is bad, but this stuff is especially bad. Wait, but it's not like he made that. I know, right? I didn't even make that stuff. He just assumed I made it because it tastes awful. Well, I can understand where he's coming from. That's still pretty bad. Now, what do you mean you understand where he's coming from? You know, you're pretty much the only person capable of making something that bad. Even I remake things which turn out that awful. I never tried to sell anything like that. I'm more surprised you actually did manage to make something as horrible as Pokey Sweat. Oh, we'll just leave her some dignity and move on. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Is that okay? Sure, I'm listening. Thanks. So I'm thinking about turning Nail Front into a bar at night. A bar? So, like, for drinking? Yep, you remember that radical tequila I made before, right? It's really popular among my adult customers. They've been asking me to add more drinks to the menu. That's why I was thinking about changing the place into a bar after dinner hours. I see. That reminds me, there are only pubs and taverns around your shop. I'm sure everyone would be receptive of at least one fancy bar. Oh, you think so? I guess I'll start looking into it a little more. But a bar means preparing lots of different drinks properly, right? Do you know that much about it? Pretty much. I was actually drinking quite a bit back when I was a dancer. So you can drink a lot, huh? Want to have a competition? If I set on the prize, you'd work a little harder, wouldn't you? You're that confident, huh? I already know I'll lose, so no thanks. Besides, I don't want Cass to see me totally smashed. That'd be pretty embarrassing. I think the fact that you got drunk on off radical tequila makes you lame. Ouch. No, stepping onto mine. Alright, time to talk. About what? What do you mean what? I'm talking about your date with Cass, obviously. I didn't interfere, so I at least earned the right to hear what happened, right? No, not really. It wouldn't hurt to tell me. Or maybe something crazy happened? Something you can't mention to anyone? What are you talking about? You look pretty flustered. Was Cass the one who did the seducing? Nay, were you watching? Wait, did that actually happen? Wait, just a second. Nay, you weren't watching? No, I thought it would be wrong to get in the way, so I was at my shop. I'm sorry, I just wanted to tease you a little, but it looks like I went too far. No, it's also my fault for falling for it so easily. Nay, I'm sorry, but could you... Yeah, I know. I won't bring it up again or tell anyone. But okay, I'm just going to forget it now. Alright, end of conversation. Is that enough? Yeah, that would really help. Alright, level 7 unlocked. I got my own problems. I was really surprised to see you ruling as the Empress again after coming back from RCL. You might be surprised, but I'm the one who's more surprised. I never thought the day would come where everyone would support me again. Really? Never thought that. There's nobody besides you who could bring everyone together. I was just surprised because it happened so unexpectedly quickly in the short time I was gone. I feel the same way. Although, it's not like I did much. I think it's mostly thanks to the new Prime Minister and all. What did she do? You're asking me to explain it? That's way too embarrassing. What do you mean it's embarrassing? Oh, no, I'm not telling you. I'm not so shameless to be able to talk about something that indecent. If you really want to know, ask Eon or someone. Something that would embarrass even you? What could have happened? I can tell you right now it's not what you're imagining. I can tell you it's not what you're imagining right now, pervert. That's a false accusation. I wasn't imagining anything like that. And yet, for some reason, her swimsuit covers more than her regular outfit. But, oh well. Alright, unhealthy boy. I know this is old news, but you were captured for 2 years a while ago, right? That is old news. Why do you ask? Well, I can say this now because it's been so long. After you were gone a month, I started thinking you weren't coming back, and I thought you might even be dead. That's not that strange. That's why I was thinking about personalizing the livery area of the shop a little more. Oh, I pretty much expected something like that to happen. Isn't it a little late to tell me, don't you think? That's not my point. I just thought there was something strange back then. You're a normal boy, right? I'm a little too old to be called a boy, but I think I'm normal and healthy. I figured. And yet, I didn't even find one dirty book in your room. You were looking for them? Yes, it's a guy's room after all. It's one of those common things guys have in their rooms, isn't it? Well, why didn't you have any? It's strange you don't have at least one. Well, I do think they're interesting. Whenever I go to the bookstore, I always look at the covers. Really? Oh, good. That's pretty normal, too. You don't have to be happy about it. Anyway, I always put them back and never buy them. If I bought one and Cass found out, she'd probably kick my ass. Also, I feel a little guilty doing something like that when I have Cass. Oh. What's that look? You're even more in love with Cass than I realized. That's not... Not what? Not untrue, I guess. Alright, I get it. I won't ask anymore. I don't want to hear about how you love other people when they're in here anyway. Alright, that last one should open up after this one. The business chance. Come to think of it, I saw something pretty crazy when I went to Kurt Fana. Something crazy? Yeah, they were selling Yuroki. What? Yuroki? Really? Yeah, you know how a lot of places have their own local Yuroki? There was one there too. They were selling something called Fana Yuroki. Cass was super excited about it. You idiot, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Do you want one too? That's not what I mean. Since they have Yuroki there, I could have explored a huge number of Yuroki goods. What? Why? It's Yaroki goods. Yep, it's just a cheap knockoff. Because they wouldn't know Yuroki was a knockoff, would they? In fact, I would have sold a lot since it's so similar to Yuroki. I could have used that as an opportunity to sell a ton of inventory. You would just have gotten the silent protest from Yuroki again. I think you dodged a bullet. Yep, this last one. And is this jealousy? Hey, do you do the Purification Ceremony sites? Do you go to Purification sites with Cass and talk like we do? It's a little late to be asking that question. It should be obvious. How often do you do it? I've lost count. I see. What a weird question. What's your point? No real reason. Just curious. I've lost count how many times we've talked as well, but I doubt it's close to Cass. I'm sure Cass would be at least double. We're always together. Nay, you look grumpy. Did I do something? You think you did? Then you should apologize. I can't apologize without knowing what I did. The fact you think you did something wrong means you should already know. It should be natural to apologize for that. Go on, do it. Hurry! Sorry, it's my fault. Gee, talk about brash. What the heck did I do? You talked about other women in the presence of one woman. Alright, excited nay. We've been alone together like this quite a bit, haven't we? Does that mean, you have special feelings for me? Well, yeah, I guess. You don't sound very sure. I'll kiss you again if you keep this up. Wait, stop! I told you we can't! You're really cute, so I keep misunderstanding things. What would you misunderstand? Well, that you like me or something. I know, I'm just a stupid guy imagining stupid things, right? But any guy would make that mistake if someone like you did that to them. I wasn't surprised, you idiot. I'm just surprised you figured it out. What? Hey, I get embarrassed too, No, wait, there's no way you would... you better listen good, okay? I'm telling you that sorry, I can't. It's just too embarrassing. What the heck? Sorry, I never thought a confession would be so exciting. Now that I think about it, Cass is pretty amazing. She's able to tell you about how much she cares. Oh, I can never tell if you're serious or joking. I wouldn't joke about something like this. I really like you. Oh! You said it. Wasn't that hard, was it? Oh, well, just like you, so I think it's fine. Nay? Give me a minute. I just need to calm down. Oh, this is super embarrassing. I'm sure my face is burning up. Sorry about that. I'm the regular Nay again. You sure about that? Shut up! I'm not used to this, so I don't know what to do. Well, I've never seen you get too emotional anyway. Are you making fun of me? No. Besides, if I'm being honest, I'm actually glad you feel that way. What? It's not like I've forgiven Cass or anything. Or forgotten. Yeah, not like I've forgotten Cass or anything. What would Cass do that I wouldn't forgive her for, anyhow? But I'm happy to know you have feelings for me, especially when it comes to a beauty like you. You become pretty corny. I'm trying to ignore my embarrassment here. Can you give it a rest? I see. So you're happy about this? Might be easier than I thought to get you to switch from Cass to me if I get serious. That won't happen. The one for me is... Nay, I'm not falling for that. Oh, man, so close. You were so close to saying it. You weren't serious? You don't think I teased you during a serious conversation? I guess you're right. I am pretty jealous of Cass. Cass will keep getting to spend time with you. There's really no room for me, is there? If it's okay, would you cook something for me sometime? I'll let you borrow the shop. I'd really like you to make something for me. If you make dessert, I'll think about it. Alright, sounds good. I'll make something sometime. You better not forget our promise. Yeah, you better not forget either. I won't forget. I couldn't. Alright, then, now we continue on with the Earth is. This will be quick, though. So, about parfaits. I really like parfaits. Like the one-hit KO parfait? That one's good, but I mean more normal parfaits. It doesn't matter how good the parfait is if it means fainting from the pain. I don't want to eat that. Anyway, I was saying, it's a cafe that serves really delicious parfaits not far from my shop. I've gotten kind of addicted lately. It's like my routine to go every day and try different flavors. They're really great. Parfaits are like a source of energy. So, you could eat them at your own shop. The owner of the cafe said the same thing. Nay, I'm really happy you like it here, but you wouldn't have to close shop if you eat them over there. Nobody gets it. It tastes different if someone else makes you something instead of making it for yourself. Wow, I really want to eat one after talking about it so much. Nice cold parfait after getting out of the bath. Sounds great. Alright, a surprise. By the way, are you married? No, I'm not. I knew it. If you were, you'd be too concerned about your family playing around in other worlds. Anyway, the reason I asked is because a couple proposed in my shop the other day. Not only was it a marriage proposal, it was a surprise. I worked with the guy and the guest, and we dropped a full musical number on the girl. And at the end, the man kneeled down and presented her with a ring and loving words. Oh man, I felt like crying. So, hope they live happily ever after. Yeah, seriously, that would have been nice. But she said no. She cried and apologized before running out, and the guy turned pale and started shaking. It's hard to look at someone like that, even if you tried. Look at something like that, even if you try. If you decide to propose or pull off big surprises, you should prepare for the worst. Well, was he wearing a Neuroki costume? If he was, I'm not surprised. She would have said no. But I think only Delta would have come up with something like that. So I want to work in my shop. So the sales of Super Ally Avatar have risen sharply recently. Customers said this robot looked like a hero he'd never seen before. Then he brought friends and friends of friends, and now people buy them every day. I'm not a hero. I wouldn't say so. You're like a knight protecting a maiden. If this were a manga, you'd definitely be a hero. Robot created by a clever engineer. His purpose is guarding her. Oh wow, that's great. Isn't this super cool? If you create a proper story for the setting, don't you think it'd be popular among kids? And if you made action figures for it, they'd definitely sell like crazy. Well, that's not something you sell at a restaurant. Well, I guess you're right. Although I'm already selling Super Ally Avatar, it's not like it would be weirder, right? Although it's not that weird to sell toys at the register in a restaurant, there would be just action figures and manga at my shop. The biggest issue would be finding someone who can write manga. I guess that's enough to kill that plan. If only I could draw. Now you could hire someone. So, most popular item? My shop is selling a lot of new Neural Stick lately. It's not even on the menu. It's just something by the register. It's a gift item, but it's selling more than my food. So that's the snack Sarli made, right? Yeah, wait, you already knew? A while back, she came to my shop and said I could increase sales through the power of Neuroki. She stocked my gift section with a whole bunch of renewed Neural Sticks before leaving. I laughed at her thinking something as simple would increase sales, but now kids are treating the shop like a candy store and coming just to get Neural Sticks. I can't believe some cheap candy is selling better than my cooking. It's depressing. Well, how about making it yourself? I thought about it, but Sarli refused to sell the recipe. Recipes are the lifeblood for shops. She said she couldn't sell it to me as a rival business owner. She seemed worried about my sales, so I thought she might give it to me. She was quite serious. At this rate, I'll need to rely on Neural Sticks to keep my shop open. I hope a strange food fad comes along. Alright, level 5. Rumor spreading. Come to think of it, I've been getting a lot of orders for wedding cakes lately. Maybe because of the state of the world? Couples worried about the future rushing to get married. I get about 3 orders a day now. So, there's that many couples around? I was pretty surprised by that too. Well, I'm always happy to make sales. But among those ordering cakes are people who have only been going out for a few weeks or even days. That's just how the world is now. There's a lot of insecurity and they want to be happy as soon as possible. But that's still way too soon. There might be a wedding rush now, but if we find peace, there'll definitely be a divorce rush. When I start thinking about it, it makes me depressed. Well, it might not turn out that way. That would be nice. I'm glad I'm making some money, but these cakes are supposed to bring people happiness. You might need to think very carefully before you get married, alright? That is, if you don't want to regret it later. Well, my grandparents actually got married after 2 weeks, and they stayed together their whole lives, so you never know. So, good sales. Kanon's gonna find out. What are you talking about? Kanon to Kanon. Really? This is bad. I thought she wouldn't figure it out if I only sold it in Phelion. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to modify it into a toy for kids. The first run of 300 units sold way faster than I thought. I'm about to run out of the second batch. She hasn't found that out yet, has she? I wouldn't be surprised if she figured it out any time. I see. Okay, I guess I can still finish selling all the stock I have left. If she finds out after that, I'll just pretend I didn't know. So against Kanon? You must be really brave. I couldn't be Empress if I weren't brave, although it is Kanon, so I'm a bit worried it'll be hard to get away with. Yep, that was one of the conversations you had to have with Kanon before that one unlocked with Nay. Popular menu. Unusual items sell pretty well, right? But sometimes an unusual item isn't what the maker intended. How do you react when people start saying it's unusual, and that's the reason to become popular? What happened? You remember that full course meal like Nail Francais? Well, it's getting popular because apparently it's unusual. Apparently it tastes strange, neither good or bad. Wait, that sounds like they're making fun of it. It was in Feli Par's unusual restaurant special report, and the word of mouth is everywhere. Well, you should be happy it's selling. At first I was happy, but the other day this kid came to Nail Francais with their parents, said something. The salad you make is way better, Mom. The moment I heard it, I felt something snap inside me. Children's words are so harsh. Although, I am thinking about changing the flavor before my reputation gets any more ruined. Oh, I was so confident about it. You work hard, Nay. That's very admirable. So, Nay's true feelings? And I guess I finally made peace with my position as Empress. On top of that, everyone knows who she is now. Things are just going to get harder. Well, you know, you're really happy. Quiet, I'll disassemble you if you don't shut up. It was a lot of trouble after that. People who were insulting her came to apologize. The people who came to the shop, they would say things like, Divine Empress, I'll have 3 of your specials today. They're loud and make ridiculous orders. Everything's a huge mess now. When I go outside, old people come up to thank me. And the kids, they give me drawings and paper crafts saying they're offerings. This is why I was trying to hide that I'm Divine Empress. But you seem to be having fun. Well, that's true too. But this is a secret. Don't tell Eon or Renal, okay? If you tell anyone, I won't forgive you. Alright, 3 to go. Level 7. Feelings for 2. By the way, you and Eon talk like this too, right? Do you remember how much? Well, so much I can't even count. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's fun to talk with you, so I figured it wouldn't have just been once or twice. It's troubling not being able to have a real conversation, so talking too much can be tiring. Have you ever thought about how much better it'd be if you could have a real conversation? Well, I'm not very good at talking. This is better. Huh, you're not that good at talking? Then I guess this kind of communication is better for you, rather than actual conversation. But the fact you've talked so much probably means Eon seriously likes you. You and Eon, huh? It would be nice if you could actually meet someday. Oh, that's no good. That's totally unlike me. But that's how much you really care about each other. I really do hope you'll be able to meet someday. Actually, it has to happen that way. It's way too cruel if it doesn't. You were able to find each other across dimensions, but you can't talk and we can't even see you. On top of that, one day the connection will end and you'll be separated forever. This isn't like you, Nay. Sorry, that was awkward. I can't believe I'm getting annoyed by something so trivial. Maybe it's because both you and Eon are important to me. And there I go, saying serious and becoming things again. Alright, that's enough. End of conversation. It's a waste if we don't have more fun during our chats. And that unlocked the final one. So, was she really happy? There's something I wanted to ask, but can you keep it a secret from Eon? Alright. That was a quick answer. I'm trusting you here, okay? Do you remember the charm I gave to Eon a while back? I called it Protector Nay. Do you think Eon was happy when I gave it to her? She's so nice. I thought she might have been pretending to be happy out of consideration. No? She was really happy. We even talked about it. Really? I see. So she was happy. I didn't know what I'd do if she was pretending. I'm no good, am I? I call her my friend, but I still don't fully trust her. If she found out, it'll only make her sad. Don't worry. I won't tell her. Thanks. Are you one? That's a weight off my back. I won't distrust Eon again. I swear. And Nervous Nay. You're pretty interesting, you know. Oh, that's a new one. No, that's because it can't appreciate you. Why don't you stop seeing them? Well, that was a joke, but I was serious when I said you're interesting. Anyway, I can't have a real conversation with you, so I'm not that sure, but I do have a feeling. When we're talking alone, I can feel your warmth through Earthes. I don't really know how to explain it, but it feels really comforting. I always have a lot of fun, so I know you'd be interesting over on the other side. Well, that's what I think anyway. Besides, if it weren't true, I wouldn't keep talking to you. To be honest, I regret not getting to know you better. You can start now. Now, but aren't you going to? After everything's over, your connection to this world will disappear, right? I feel that day is getting close. I wouldn't have time to start. I wouldn't have time to start now. Oh dear, serious moves like this make my butt itch. Should I scratch it for you? No, you don't have to. Scratching would only make it worse. Anyway, I should tell you, I don't not like you. I'm not talking about Earthes. I'm talking about you speaking through him. We've talked about all kinds of things. Made me laugh with your silly answers. Also, I really like the affection you showed me. Wait, I already said that. I guess I'm getting to the age where I start repeating myself. You don't even age. My appearance might not age, but my mind does. Anyway, ignoring all that, I'm still serious about you being interesting to me. I'm not kidding. I wish you'd be my side, not Eon's. Although, I don't want to betray my friends, so I can't really say that. You just said it. I knew I shouldn't say it, but I couldn't not say it. I'm just that serious. You can cut me a little slack. Oh, forgive me. Now what should I do? It feels a little wasteful to forgive you so easily. Oh, I know. I thought of something. Find some time to talk with me again, alone. I know it might be a little late for it, but I still want to hear more about you. I want to know what kind of person you are, seeing how I'm so interested in you. Maybe this is because I told you my feelings. I just have to know now. You won't say no, will you? Well, I want to refuse, but you won't, right? Anyway, I'll make some time, so you better fit it into your schedule when I let you know. Also, don't tell Eon, okay? I don't want to fight over you. One more thing. I can't wait.